Well, another beautiful day is here. Musa begged Nigerians to believe in us. That is Musa begging Nigerians to believe in the Super Eagles. It is, of course, a very tight corner for Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea and Aston Villa in the FA fourth round, while Kylian Mbappe'S transfer saga is coming to a head. Welcome, and this is Sport Rush. Live on your screen with MC Ramsey. Let's begin with the first story for today. With less than 5 days to kick off of Africa's biggest football event, talking about the African Cup of Nations, the Total Energies game, talking about the Nations game, which is going to be hosted by Cote d'Ivoire, begins on Friday. And the West and North African region of the continent top winners list for AFCON so far so good. But the tournament that begins in 1957 with 3 countries, Central Africa countries, have won it 6 times, and only Ethiopia has won it once from the eastern part of the continent. 24 qualified teams are competing for the trophy in the AFCON that is coming up, and we are counting days already. And Ahmed Musa is begging Nigerians to believe in the Super Eagles as they promise to make it happen again. As a matter of fact, he said, please believe in us. That is what the captain has said, and he's charging Nigerians not to lose trust in the team as they hope to win a 4th African Cup of Nations title at the 34th edition of the tournament, which holds from January 13 to February 11 in Ivory Coast. According to the information coming, the 3-time champions are in Group A, which also has host Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, and of course Guinea-Bissau. Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro has said the Super Eagles lost to Guinea because he said, well, I am not regretting that the Super Eagles lost to Guinea in the friendly and preparatory match that was played because he used a new system that the players had never played before. Speaking to the NFF media after the loss, the Portuguese gaffer said he has a very good mind and he is happy with the 2-0 loss since he didn't use his first 11, though he would have loved it if the Super Eagles actually won that game. Let's move away from there and go to other things happening. This one has to do with injury, but then what will happen to the Super Eagles come AFCON? As a matter of fact, news forward, talking about Terry Murphy has been called up for the African Cup of Nations starting next weekend in place of injured Victor Moses, not Victor Boniface, of course, not Victor Moses anymore. Well, anytime I call Victor Moses comes to my mind, but then I'm talking about Victor Moses, who is facing injury. The Super Eagle has announced that on Tuesday. Then the Bayern Leverkusen Boniface was faced with so many things, but now he's coming to play again. And of course, Boniface, I don't know, he's been forced to withdraw because of the injury from the tournament in Ivory Coast from January 13 to February 11 with a groin injury. Murphy made his international debut in June 2021, scoring 4 goals in 14 games. Let's move away from there and go. A lot of Nigerians are so angry because nobody know where to watch this game yet. And remember, African Cup of Nations is one of the biggest game. It is one of the biggest tournament that Africans have, and that's the reason all our big boys playing in Europe are returned back to Africa. NBC has expressed its displeasure that the 4 days until the AFCON starts before anything can actually happen. As a matter of fact, still much coming on your way from the African scene today, and I want to bring you more story because NBC are not happy with what is going to be happening because they said, as a matter of fact, the NBC co-designer to safeguard the interests of the Nigerian TV industry industry and viewers. NFF hands Wardrum new Falcons contract. President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, says Super Falcons coach Randy Wardrum will be handed a new deal after his contract expires October 31st, 2023. Wardrum, of course, was appointed by the NFF in 2020, and he led the Falcons to the semi-final of the 2022 WAFCON in Morocco and the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, where the record African champions dazzled before buying out of the penalty to England in the round of 16. And finally, from the home front, let's go to the world of tennis right here, where Nigeria's Quadri Aruna on Monday began the new year with a very wonderful game. He started the new year well with a wonderful improvement in the International Table Tennis Federation, that is ITTF World Ranking. The news agency of Nigeria, Nana, has reported that Aruna Quadri gained point in his quarterfinal finish at the World Table Tennis Final, which earned him the 14th position in the latest ITTF ranking. All right, let's go on a quick break. After this, we'll return back to bring you more story, but then some clubs are finding it very, very hot this time. Manchester City too. I'm talking about the FA Cup run for that will be coming much later. I will be back after this break to bring you the details. And what about Kylian Mbappé? Well, where is going to be his next destination? You'll get to know all of that when I return from this break. Don't go nowhere. I'm just going to the dressing room just to take a sip, and I'll return in a jiffy. My name is MC Ramsey.
Follow us on our social media handles at Uweleke TV. Visit our website at www.uweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Uweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
All right, welcome back from that break. Of course, let's take you through what is happening from the FA Cup fourth round. Man City will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, my God, that's a game to watch out for. And Chelsea, of course, versus Aston Villa. Oh, Chelsea, will they survive it? Will they survive it? How many times? All right, you just need to count that. That is what is going to be happening, because holders Manchester City will have to end their hurdle at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to progress in the FA Cup fourth round as non-league East could face Manchester United. City have lost on all 5 previous visits since Spur new stadium opened in 2019 without scoring a single goal. That is so unfortunate. Then Tottenham Hotspur, who will progress to the last 32 with a 1-0 win over Burnley on Friday, struck later to snatch a 3-3 draw when the sides are last met in December at the Etihad. United are in action later on way to League One Wigan. Chelsea will host Aston Villa in the other standout in the Premier League leaders. Liverpool will host Norwich or Bristol Rovers after beating Arsenal 2-0 in the pick-up of the third round ties. Well, the tie will be played over the weekend of January 26th to 29th. And I'm moving away from there. Let me quickly go to the world of transfer and see what is happening. Kylian Mbappé is the talk of town right now. Kylian Mbappe'S transfer saga is coming to a head, but Real Madrid move is unclear. This week has been a case study in the cycles that can surround Kylian Mbappé and his future. Of course, report has claimed that he has rejected an offer from Real Madrid, but then where is he going to go? Ajax could offer Jordan Henderson to Saudi escape route and answer to a £3 million tax headache. Ajax are understood to have already made a contact with Jordan Henderson's camp in bid to sign the midfielder on loan during this transfer window. And of course, on a sad note for Liverpool fan, I'm talking about Liverpool. What is happening to Liverpool fans? Well, it is not their fault, because it is injury, and injury can come anytime. Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold has been ruled out for probably 3 weeks with a knee injury, says assistant assistant manager, and of course, the England international 25 suffer the injury during Sunday's 2-0 FA Cup third round win against Arsenal. And of course, I can't proceed anymore because of this injury thing. I don't like talking about it, but then, we are keeping our fingers crossed to see how it's going to happen, and we wish him a quick recovery. And of course, build up to the AFCON 2023 is somewhere around the corner, and Ahmed Musa has begged Nigerians to believe in them. You know, a lot of Nigerians don't even believe in the Super Eagles, and that is why when you talk about Chelsea, when you talk about Liverpool, when you talk about Arsenal, when you talk about Tottenham, when you talk about Real Madrid, when you talk about, of course, Barcelona, and even now, a lot of people are watching other league games because of Messi and Ronaldo's destination. If you talk about those games, a lot of Nigerians feel excited, but when you talk about Nigeria, they are not excited at all because of the performance of the Super Eagles. But today, Ahmed Musa is begging, like I told you earlier. Well, let's see how they are going to make Nigerians proud. Are they coming back with the trophy? That's the big question. Osimhen and the rest of other players are ready, but the goalkeeping is one of the places that there might be issue. I'm not saying there's going to be issue, but there might be issue. All right, I'm up, and that's the much we'll be taking right now on Sport Rush with MC Ramsey. I'll return back again, and that's going to be on Friday, where we'll bring you more details from the world of sport. Thank you very much for keeping a date with me, and do have a wonderful day, and always keep yourself entertained with sport. But then, don't fight, don't quarrel, don't insult sport lovers, fans, man. Don't go too wild for your club, but then I know the love for your club is supreme. All right, I'll see you again. Bye-bye for now.